I feel like Oakland is suffering more than we've seen or saw.
Definitely.
Growing up, Daryl.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Because
You know?
I mean, it's just people don't even. I mean, people couldn't understand like the half of it. Like, I mean, shout out again. I got to shout out Hella Coastal because with that interview that I'm dropping soon, when I talked to them, like we went to go sit down at Snow Park, bro. I didn't know where the hell Snow Park was. I was like, what the hell is Snow Park?
Snow Park.
Man, I didn't know. I mean, that's a part of that. Yeah, that's a part of Lake. I mean, the new Lake Mary. And I'm just like, I didn't know that, bro. And we sat down there, and I'm just like, I haven't been downtown Oakland in really so long that it was just crazy. And it's not a matter of like that the change that was happening. It was more so that we were not there. Hey, as she came in and out, I see.
Hi.
Now you all right? How you doing?
Good.
No, that's right. This is live recording. It's okay. But this is real life.
We can edit this stuff out. You know?
No, it's all right. You ain't got to edit it, man. This is just real. But I think that what you're talking about, now that you finish, but just that change in Oakland in general. I mean, in a lot of cities that have, are seen predominantly Black or have predominantly Black people, because again, ownership, man. Like at the end of the day, we didn't have that ownership, and we came up, bro. Like think about it. Like I mean, I'm 35.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead. By all means.
There was legislation and policy that discouraged funding into Black neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, and there were guidelines for banks to discourage to give loans to people who came from Black neighborhoods.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So the house in your neighborhood, if you were Black, was 30% lower than another person who owned it who was white, which is fucking ridiculous. You know?
But hey, man, but then you combine that to where we're at now in the city of Oakland. I mean, you got all these nice high-rise apartments and condos. But at the end of the day, even the breweries, like I talked to that as well, like the brewery scene, like it happens like this, at least in some people's mind, is like you get gentrified. They come in, then again, now you got a brewery. And then next thing you know, now you got this new park and everything. And I understand people may say Black people are lazy or they don't go to the legislation. But at the end of the day, it's to your point right there. When I mean, across the street, bro, you've been to the old house on 32nd Magnolia. Across the street, the old elementary school that my mom went to across the street, that thing it was burnt down. It had a dead hooker in there. It was crack fiends and all the stuff like that. And I know my grandfather, Ralph Williams Sr., he was pushing so heavily for that to be changed and do something to it, because it was just a cesspool for people who had mental issues or went through a lot of trauma in their life to just to be there and be in the slumps. And now you have the same thing, except now Oakland's just quote unquote a little bit prettier, but you still got a whole bunch of homeless people just everywhere, man. I mean, and to the point where it's even more so as far as visually seeing them than what we saw. So I completely get that. And I don't want to, go off track too much, but I definitely understand that aspect as far as just being authentic and the change. So continue, man. I don't want to lose your train of thought. It was just,
And I deeply appreciate what you're saying, but you myself and Jordan and Fidante and Kyle, we've had this conversation for years.
Years, brother.
And I'm really thankful for Black Lives Matter as well, and that movement, because it really helped me wrap my head around the whole matter. And I think they explained it in a very extremely complex way that wasn't explainable before. Because every time we had a discussion about this, it was always a discussion about, and I hear frequently that it was crabs in a pot, and I think it's much more complicated than crabs in a pot.
Definitely.
It's about access, it's about resource, it's about history, it's about it's about modern day slavery.
Mentality, man. The mentality. When you shackle a person's mind, you ain't got to worry about the actions. And I don't know who quoted that, but or who made that statement. But that's where it happens, and it continues still.